Hi, my name is Josh, and I am a wargaming noob.
Hey everyone, it's Josh with Wargaming Noob, back with another unboxing video. This time, Age of Sigmar Nurgle Rotbringers. So I decided to go with something a little different. I already have a standing Stormcast Eternals army, and I have a standing Seraphon army. And both armies are from the Order faction. However, I felt that I needed to get something on the opposite side, just so I can see how it feels to play the bad guys, so to speak. While the Khorne Bloodbound would have been the obvious choice, being one of the main release armies for Age of Sigmar when it first came out, I decided to go with something just a little bit more offbeat, probably just a little bit different. Looking at all of the armies, I decided to go with the Nurgle Rotbringers, who are the mortal followers of Nurgle. They got a line of excellent looking models, and while they are disease infested and disgusting looking, the models are quite beautiful. Let's take a look at what I got. Okay, so here's the foundation for my Nurgle Rotbringers army. I got the Lord of Plagues, who will be my general, and I have 2 units of Putrid Blightkings, who will be my battle line troops at this point. The Lord of Plagues, who's going to be my general, at least for the start, is actually a very simple model to put together. As you can see here, they're only about 4-5 pieces. There's the medium base and then the square textured base. Here's the build sheet, and as you can see, it's very simple to put together. So going back to the sprue, I am very tempted to use the square base, even though Age of Sigmar uses the round bases. I mean, these textured square bases are pretty neat. Here's the look from the other side on the sprue. And that's the Lord of Plagues. Let's take a look at the Putrid Blightkings. So the Putrid Blightkings box has enough components to build 5 Blightkings, although there are components to build a Blight Lord, a Sonorous Toxin, and an Icon Bearer as well. There are also a number of different heads and weapons and stuff like that, so that you can actually make your Blightkings look quite unique. Not that they already don't look unique based on the fluff and the look of the models, but again, gives you a lot of options to build these guys. Let's take a look at what's inside. So there are 3 sprues in this kit. I'm gonna just pick a couple of them up so you can kind of see what components are on here. As you can see, there are quite a few options. I'm not quite sure at this point what I'm gonna do, but you know, having bought 2 kits here, I can actually build 5 of the regular Blightkings, and then in the next kit, kit out a Blight Lord, as well as a Sonorous Toxin and an Icon Bearer. So of course we have the ubiquitous bases, as well as the build pamphlet. On the back is the War Scroll for the Putrid Blightkings unit. So a couple of the differences here when you kit out with the Blight Lord, Icon Bearer, and the Sonorous Toxin. The leader is the Blight Lord, and it has 4 wounds rather than 3. Your Icon Bearer adds 1 to the bravery of all its models, and then the Sonorous Toxin adds 1 to its run and charge rolls. Also has a special ability, Virulent Discharge, which during your hero phase allows you to roll dice for this unit, and each unit within 3 inches of it, a roll of 6, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds or heals D3 wounds if it's a Nurgle unit. So it has to have the Nurgle keyword in order for that to heal. Otherwise it's going to cause D3 mortal wounds. So you can use this to run up as best as you can with the Putrid Blightkings, because their movement is 4, and kind of have that go off against your opponent's units, or you know, have them all kind of together and heal any wounds that are for any unit that's within 3 inches of whichever unit goes off with this Virulent Discharge. And the final ability here, Blighted Weapons, on a roll of 6 or more, the attack scores D6 hits rather than 1. That's it's pretty vicious. I'm really looking forward to building this Rotbringers army. As I stated earlier, I really love the look of the models. They're disease infested and just gross, and you know, their weapons are all rusted. They have tentacles and spikes and all that. They look very unnerving as an army. They also happen to be very tough. They have a lot of wounds, and you know, even though they're slow, you still got to deal with them. You got to get past their defenses and just whittle away at them. And sometimes just having that many hit points and being that tough, you know, makes it a challenge to fight against them. In terms of building up my army, eventually I'll add more Blightkings. I'll also, you know, want to add some of the behemoths like the Maggoth Lords and the Glotkin, and then kind of go from there. You know, the Rotbringers really have a very limited amount of models available to them, so I would probably splash in a bit of the Nurgle Chaos Demons, which is an obvious choice, or you know, kind of bring in the Slaves to Darkness, the old Warhammer Fantasy Chaos Warriors, and that brings a little bit more variety to the build of the army. Who knows, I might just stick with Rotbringers. I mean, I have a full Seraphon army, I have a full Stormcast army, and this is just kind of a me dabbling in chaos, and depending on how they play and how much I like it, you know, that's probably the course I'm going to take, splashing in Nurgle Demons, splashing in Slaves of Darkness, and then kind of go from there. So during the course of putting together and editing this latest unboxing video on the Nurgle Rotbringers, I decided, hey, let's put some of these models together. I completed the Lord of Plagues first, considering that it was only 4 or 5 components, and then I finished my first unit of Blightkings that includes the Blight Lord, Sonorous Toxin, and the Icon Bearer. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more unboxing videos from Wargaming Noob.
Hey everyone, it's Josh from Wargaming Noob. I'd like to personally thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. If you like what you're watching, go ahead and click like or subscribe to my channel. Thanks.